Hey there, thanks for coming by. What you've got in the minutes ahead is my video about my experience preparing for and then going through a colonoscopy screening. It will be rated PG, safe for all viewers. Basically, when men or women reach their 50s, your doctor's going to tell you you need to go ahead and get a screening. Nothing to be afraid of, particularly important if you have a history of colon cancer within your family. You want to make sure you get checked out. So basically what I've got in the minutes ahead, if you choose to stand by and watch, are my experiences preparing for, the day before, night before, morning of, and after the actual screening event. It includes going through the instructions, trying to interpret and understand those instructions, preparing the foods I was limited to eating the day before, and then preparing the god-awful formula that's supposed to help cleanse your system and clear it out. Really not as bad as they say. I know your mileage may vary, your experience might differ from mine, but feel free to stand by and have a look. Hopefully this will help you out, and basically I just want to encourage folks to go ahead and get it done, not to be afraid of it, not to postpone it, not to procrastinate, but just to simply go and get it done. Thanks for watching, and good luck to you. Okay, so I just got my confirmation of my colonoscopy, which is scheduled to be the day before Thanksgiving. I understand it will involve some fasting and drinking of some clear liquids. Just reading the paperwork right now. I've got a preparation document here. I've got a consent form, which I'm sure that means if I die during the procedure, they are not responsible. And I've also got the instructions here for consuming this liquid called Plenview. I'm not sure if they're going to send it to me. I just spoke to the clinic today, and I guess they did the consultation via the phone instead of the original meeting, which was December 2nd. So now the actual procedure is scheduled for November 27th at 10 a.m. So I heard it could be a whole lot worse. Drinking gallons of disgusting fluids and fasting. I exercise a lot, which means I eat a lot, and sure, I'll just be able to get through it and I'll survive. So let me get this paperwork done, signed, returned, the consent form, and see how to go about getting this liquid I'm supposed to drink. All right, well, it's about 5 days prior to the actual colonoscopy visit and exam, and I just received the prescription. This is the liquid that has mixed reviews called Plenview. I don't know if this is some kind of mango something or other flavor. Polyethylene glycol. And this is, I believe, a powder. It's got to be mixed with liquid. 2-day split dosing. 1-day morning dosing. Let's see. Don't have to worry about this for a few days still, but I'll be sure I'm prepared to do what's got to be done. Here, I think there's a mixing vial or a mixing bottle. The actual product, I think there's a couple of pouches in here. Dose 1, dose 2. All right. Seemingly this is like, I don't know, $100 or something with insurance, and there's a coupon, so I think it's like $50 for this product here. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, it is 2 days prior to my colonoscopy screening. Went ahead and followed the guidance provided and shopped for a liquid diet, which I will begin tomorrow, which is Tuesday. Hopefully there's some wisdom here in choosing to get this colonoscopy just before Thanksgiving, the day before in fact. So the instructions say avoid a lot of different types of foods. I did have a Chick-fil-A for lunch today, so hopefully I didn't break the rule there. I had the grilled chicken, not the breaded or fried chicken. I had the white bread, not the wheat bread. But here's what the instructions say. Have a lot of bouillon or chicken broth. Went to the grocery store yesterday. I had buy one get one deals here on the chicken broth. I opted to get just chicken, not beef. I heard this particular product is pretty good, better than bouillon. Gatorades, they say avoid the red or the purple colors. So I've got plenty of Gatorade here. They also said popsicles. I'll eat all but the red ones here and see how it goes. So, and I've read through the instructions here, took some notes, what to do, what not to do, when to do what. Just information here. The good news is I think it's okay to eat bananas. So I'm going to have a banana here and actually go on a Peloton ride. In the days immediately before my colonoscopy screening, I was curious to know what type of foods were safe to eat. I was able to find this listing online, and I think it might serve as a helpful guide to you. Of course, the day immediately before your colonoscopy, it's got to be strictly liquids, and you even have limitations there in terms of what type of liquids. So this is only for solid foods that are safe to eat in the days leading up to the colonoscopy, but not immediately before it. This should. All right, let's go ahead and see if there's any weight loss as a result of the cleansing and purging from the colonoscopy. This is the day and a half prior. All right, 199.6. All right, it's a day and a half before the colonoscopy. I'm going to go ahead and get a 45-minute ride in here on the Peloton and just carry on as I normally would. Liquid diet doesn't start until tomorrow, which is the day before. Let's power up, let's connect her to the TV, and let's go. Feeling pretty darn good. Colonoscopy, I'm ready for you. All right, it's the day and a half before the treatment, and I just finished my Peloton ride and I'm stinking hungry. I can't see anything that says I can't have organic Doritos, so I'm munching away here. In fact, it says no solid food the day before, so that's effectively starting tomorrow. I'm a day and a half before, so I'm eating my Doritos. Right, it is 8:30 a.m. the morning prior to the morning of the colonoscopy. I'm having a yogurt here, and I'm debating whether I can have coffee. Apparently, some instructions say only non-caffeinated coffee. Other instructions consider coffee to be a clear liquid and to be something that you can have. I've seen instructions that said you can have coffee without any milk product. So I might just go ahead and make black coffee here with honey as a sweetener. All right. Here is my coffee. I am not going to add any milk. I will just sweeten it with honey, and I believe this to be okay. I will call the clinic I'm going to visit tomorrow once they open in a few minutes and clarify a few details about the prep. All right. Cheers. All right, it's the day before, the morning before, just about 24 hours prior to the colonoscopy screening. And I just had to call the clinic to get some clarity because I've got 3 different sets of instructions. I've got the clinic's own instructions on terms of when to start the prep, the plan view, and here it says starting between 5 and 7 p.m., okay? Here's an email from the clinic, and it says dosage number 1 will be taken at 7 p.m. And then the product box itself has 2 different methods. It has a 2-day split dosing and a 1-day dosing. And it says starting essentially the evening before between 4 and 8 p.m. Well, the clinic just clarified and says do exactly what they say. This is what the doctor wants. So starting at 7 p.m. So I imagine I'll be clearing my system out here overnight. Not sure how quick it takes effect. Probably pretty quick from what I've read online. So I will be back. I'm having my coffee right now. Coffee is fine. Simply no creamer or milk, which it does not have. So I'm having that, so I don't have to worry about the the headaches that you normally have if you're a coffee drinker like I am. All right, check back later. It's about noontime, the day before colonoscopy, and obviously it's all liquid diet today. I had a yogurt this morning, had morning coffee, and now it's time for the chicken broth. I guess you'd call this lunch. Just checking the preparation instructions here for this. Guess it's kind of like a soup. Do not microwave. Guess I'll pop it in the in this pot here and just warm it up and consume this as my lunch today. All right, let's get to it. All right, this is 4 servings here. I'm just gonna eat the whole darn thing. That'll hold me over till the next liquid meal. Alright, it's still, I guess, around late lunchtime here, the day before, and I had an entire 4 servings of chicken broth. So, I'm going to go ahead and have a popsicle now here. Alright, it's just about 5 p.m., 2 hours before I'm supposed to start taking the Plenview product to, I guess, cleanse me out. Been a little hungry during the course of the day. Had a few popsicles, had a full container like this one earlier around lunchtime. Just going to go ahead and warm this one up. Probably just do the whole thing here. And I've been drinking a little bit of Gatorade as well. Just stay hydrated. So let's have a go at it. Alright, 7 o'clock p.m. I need to start preparing the doses and start taking them. Alright, here's the product I'm taking here. It's Plenview. It's looks like it's powdered. 2 doses. Dose 1 is a single pouch. Dose 2 has a pouch A and pouch B. It's the evening before the colonoscopy, 7 p.m. That's my instructions say to start. I'm going to go ahead and open up dose 1 and mix it with water in the mixing container. Alright, instructions are to empty dose 1 into the mixing container, fill it up to the line with water, mix or shake until completely dissolved. Alright, here is dose number 1, mixing container. Not sure what flavor this stuff is. I heard it can taste like fruit punch and salt water, or mango and burnt tires. Pretty funny reviews again online. Alright, it's a considerable amount of powder. So then it says add water to the fill line. And apparently this is 16 ounces, so drink it up maybe every 15 minutes or so, according to the instructions again, and then follow that with some additional water. I guess the object is to stay hydrated. Okay. And I'm reading the instructions. Well, I guess it said lukewarm water. How about that? Well, get different instructions again here. I just used refrigerated, filtered water. The instructions here say add lukewarm water. That probably just is designed to break the powder down into solution better. No big deal. It's all going to the same place. Alright, and then it says Begin drinking 1 glass, I guess that's 8 ounces worth, every 15 minutes until the container is consumed. It's 7:04 p.m. It smells like, I don't know, some kind of fruit, maybe lychee or something. Alright, I guess I could drink it right out of the jar, but whatever. I'll pour half of it. Okay, more or less. Let's give it a whirl here. Wow, that is pretty concentrated. It's pretty sweet. I think this is the mango flavor. Wow. It's like mango, seawater. More sweet than salty, though. Wow, that's pretty concentrated. Not feeling anything yet. I read reviews online, some folks saying they have a lot of difficulty getting the second dose down. Some with the first dose, some it made them nauseous. I think I'll be able to manage. All right, 15 minutes. It's about 6 after 7. I'll go from, say, 7:25. I'll take the second dose, which will be 15 minutes from 7:10. Yeah. Okay, wow. All right, it's about 8 minutes since I took the first dose, or half of the first dose, and I feel a little bit of a heaviness in my stomach. I don't think that's mentally induced. I think it's real. I'm not sure how long it takes before this takes effect, but we'll see. I'm going to start the second dose, or the second half of the first dose, in a short while, in a few minutes. All right, so it's time to eat the second 8 ounces of the initial 16-ounce dosage. So here we go. It says then to fill the container up to the line, which is another 16 ounces, and with a clear liquid, and then drink that as well, following it up. Yeah. Definitely losing my taste for this. I see there was some undissolved powder in the bottom of the mixing container. That might be why one set of instructions says to use lukewarm water. So that might help it blend a little bit better. It also did recommend refrigerating before serving, so I guess I achieved that effect by using the chilled water. And you know, it's just been liquids all day. I drank 2 entire containers of chicken broth for meals. Liquid diet, liquid day. Not as bad as I anticipated, actually. Not great. Alright, now that I've completely drank the mix, it says to go ahead and fill the container up to the fill line, and then proceed to drink that additional 16 ounces of water over the course of the next 30 minutes or so.
Alright, so here's the 16 ounces of water to follow up the 16 ounces of Plenview with the first dosage. This is just water, the remnants of what was in the mixing container. All I feel like now is I gotta pee, but that's probably pretty normal because I've been drinking fluids all day. Okay, let's see how it goes. Alright, it's 7:30, it's a half an hour in, the evening before, after having taken the first dosage, and about another 16 ounces of water. 30 minutes in, I'm feeling maybe a little bit of bloating. I guess that might also be the result of drinking a hell of a lot of fluids today. I imagine this product knows what it needs to do, and it's going to where it needs to go in my system. So I'll see how I feel over the course of the next 30-45 minutes or so. Alright, it's about 50 minutes in after having taken the first dosage of Plenview and following that up with additional drinking water. Starting to feel some sensations of some gas and perhaps an eventual need to use the toilet. We'll see how it goes. Alright, we're about 2 hours in, and I'm starting to feel some gurgling and uneasiness in my stomach area. So I'm going to camp out considerably close to the bathroom just to take care of what I got to take care of here, as I believe the product to prep me for the colonoscopy is starting to do its serve its purpose. Alright, it's about 9:45 p.m. the evening before, and just got out of the bathroom. The product took effect. I had, guess what I refer to as about 6 intestinal purge cycles. So just water coming out, basically just clearing out the system. I felt it was safe to venture out of the bathroom, and I'll see how the rest of the evening fares. I'll go ahead and hydrate, drink some more fluids, and hopefully get off to bed at a decent hour this evening. I'll check back in the morning, if not later or sooner. Alright, it's about 10 after 11 the night before. Out of the shower, all fresh and clean, ready for bed. Don't feel particularly uncomfortable. I had to visit the restroom a second time around 10ish or so. Getting a little hungry. But no food, that's the deal. I will get up at 6:30, 6:45. The second dose of the preparation formula is supposed to go down at 7 a.m., 12 hours after the initial dose. So I will go ahead and take that in the morning and see how things are going then. Signing out. Alright, good morning. It is 6:50 a.m., the day of the procedure. I was able to sleep okay. I only woke up one time at about 1:30 a.m., having to use the toilet briefly. Now I'm going to go ahead and proceed with dose 2. And dose 2 of this particular product consists of 2 pouches. There's a dose 2 part A, or pouch A, and dose 2 pouch B. So I'm going to go ahead and proceed to snip off the corners. I'm going to add them to the mixing container, then fill the container to the line, noting about 16 ounces. Shake it up real well and proceed to consume. Alright, here's the contents of dose 2 pouch A. And the instructions do say to follow that up with additional liquids, but to stop drinking all fluids 2 hours prior to the procedure. The procedure is at 11. I'm supposed to arrive at 10. So I guess 9 a.m. Nothing after 9 a.m. this morning. That gives me 2 hours. Here's dose 2 pouch B. Alright, then it says to add water to the fill line and either mix it or shake it. I'm probably going to shake it. I'll shake it like a Polaroid picture. There's the fill line. Here we go. This produces another 16 ounces total. Okay. Cap it. And shake it. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pour the first half of dose number 2 into a drinking glass. About eat half of it. Just about 8 ounces worth. Half more or less. Smells kind of fruity. I don't know if it's similar flavor as to the first dosage I took last night, but we shall see.
It is 7 a.m. prompt. Time for the first half of the morning dosage of Plenview.
Alright folks, let's have at it here. Let's see what this is like here. Wow. Very concentrated. Tastes kind of dense, salty, sweet. Yeah, not so great, but we'll get it down. Take the first half, 8 or so ounces, wait about 15 minutes, and then take the remainder, and then proceed to drink another 16 ounces of fluids. It's not that bad, it's doable. I think I saw in the ingredients it's sweetened with aspartame. I don't like fake sweeteners, I prefer sugar, but it is what it is. Not particularly hungry this morning, which is a change from last night. I was getting pretty darn hungry, looking forward to eating everything. Deli sandwich, sushi, pizza, Thanksgiving, you name it. I'll be looking forward to eating normal food again. It's only been 24 hours, so not a big deal. Okay, that's the first half. 15 minutes, I'll go for the second half.
7:15, time for the second half of dose 2, the morning of the procedure.
And got what's left here in the mixing container, pouring into my drinking glass. And down the chute she goes. It's pretty potent tasting, but kind of tart, kind of sweet, kind of salty, kind of thick. Let's get her done. Don't feel anything just yet. I imagine it'll be similar to last night, where I maybe feel a little bit of pressure, maybe a little bit of bloating in the stomach, intestine area. All right, there we go. Go ahead and rinse out the mixing glass, add some more water, and I'll drink that additional 16 ounces over the course of the next 20-30 minutes. All right, it's 8:30 the morning of. Spent the last hour on the toilet, just purging out. It's practically like pissing out of your backside. I guess depending upon the health of your gut and what you've eaten over the past several weeks and whatever you've got lingering in there, the color will gradually lighten from shades of brown, brownish to yellowish shades. I invest in a bidet. You don't want to have to be going to the trouble of wiping.
you're going to go raw. A bidet is a great godsend in this type of a scenario. I'm going to drink some more water now and just rest and see if anything else has to come out. All right, here we are, headed off to the clinic for the check-in, an hour prior to the time of the colonoscopy treatment. It is about 9:45 a.m. the day before Thanksgiving. Last few hours were spent mostly on the toilet, so I think the product has been doing its job. All right, here we are in the clinic. We've been here for maybe about 30 minutes. Just checked in, signed a lot of forms, got my armband here, and we're just kind of waiting out here. Fortunately, there's plenty of bathrooms in the vicinity here, just in case. I'm feeling pretty good so far. Just waiting for them to call me back. All right, just to fill out some more forms, ask some more questions. I'm going to go ahead and strip down, put the gown on, and situate myself here in the bed. And they're going to start to get me ready. All right, here we are. The procedure is done. Looks like it took about 20 minutes. I was completely knocked out. I asked a bunch of stupid questions after I'm coming off of the sodium propofol. There were a couple of small polyps detected, probably a non-issue. The doctor said he'd go ahead and have them checked out and follow up with me in a few days. I think I asked him 3 times and I don't remember his answer. So it's all done. Going to go eat some easy meals and get back to normal. No operation of forklifts, machinery, or exercising today. Alright, I just got the first solid food in what seems like days. So I'll be eating the saltines and the Capri Sun. I'm just getting ready to check out.